Turbo Trading with head trader Robert Knight, MBA.
This is a video on how to spot, a fake catalyst or a promote, a stock that's strictly a promote. This INDO, they're drilling for wells in Indonesia. Now this is an ultra low float stock, and it like just under 1 million shares or 1.5 million shares, something like that. They announced that they were drilling in Indonesia, and then the chat rooms or whatever, or the promoters got a hold of it, and it traded to 88 from 275. Massive move. But then it came off, and it got in, and then when it got into this period here after the pullback, it said this is the backside of the little technical difficulty here. I said this is the back side of the move, and sure enough, it came from 88 all the way back down to 6. Now today, so this is the back. So this thing is just going down. It's done. Nobody believes if you're drilling in Indonesia. First of all, you're not a 1.5 million share company, because it's very expensive. It's offshore. It's deep water, and just the big boys go in there and drill. But penny stocks, they can't afford to go in there, and so maybe they got some properties there, maybe, who knows. But they announced it, said they were drilling. We never saw anything from the logs that said because they said they had gone through oil-bearing sands, but nothing ever came out of it. Traded all the way back to 6. But then today they put out a press release, and so it was in the pre-market. It bounced. So I don't know if probably the chat rooms got hold. They saw the press release. They knew that it was a low float stock, and so they started to run it. The press release said that at 1,000 feet they found 25 feet of gas-bearing sands. Well, it's no wonder this thing just drifted off, because anybody that knows anything about oil and gas knows that in Indonesia you're looking for 10 BCF a day, pay zones of 1,000 feet at 10,000 foot depth, 5 and 10,000 feet under the ground. Hugely high pressure, so easy to get very difficult to drill, but if you find it, huge pressure that the gas comes out, and you find out be a 3 TCF field, and it'll pump 5 BCF a day, and 10 BCF a day. But they don't last long, 30 days, and then they trail off quite quickly. But all the pressure, these things really go. At 1,000 feet, 25 feet of pay, there's no pressure, so there's no way to get the gas out of the ground. I mean, it'll come out, but it won't come out in any kind of volume. There's not enough pay, 1, and 2, there's not enough pressure. So they got so this thing, once it's pumped up, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to just come off. And sure enough, once the chat room had finished, it'll just drift off. So these are when you see these things pop, you got to look at the catalyst and analyze what's pumping it, what the stock looks like, what's the likelihood of it going anywhere. Now, having said that, we're day traders, so we trade the momentum. Even if it is the story is BS, or the whole thing is just a pump. As long as you're aware of that and can get and go with the momentum and catch the trade, you can still trade it. The danger is that the SEC and the regulators also recognize pump and dump, and they can halt this stuff at any time and then never bring it back on, or come back on 3 months later at pennies. So that's always one of the risks of trading a pump and dump. But when so you just have to analyze it and not get caught up in the hype, and think about it in objective terms. what does this company really have, and what's the likelihood of it being successful.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Reach new levels of trading proficiency. Become a member at turbotrading.biz.